What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Cocteau Twins, and we're returning to Victorialand, 1986. Thank you, as always, to Mr. Solo. And the next tune is something like Oomingmak. So if this is actually a direct reference, whether a scientific name for something or a name in a different language, I'm not familiar with it. So even more than normal when thinking about a Cocteau Twins title, I don't know what to make of this, and I don't necessarily expect a clear answer, and it might be phonetic or syllabic as much as anything. So let's give it a listen. This is Cocteau Twins from the album Victorialand 1986, and as I said, I think the title is something like Oomingmak. A shorter one. Again, they have such a unique style. I will say, and maybe this is because I'm aware they've done a number of tunes at least conceptually themed around butterflies and moss. I have the sense that this one was very floaty, but with a lot of kinetic movement and energy, like it was fluttering. So yeah, a light and airy type of tune, but with a lot of movement to make that type of motion possible. So again, maybe influenced by my knowledge of other tunes of theirs that have names of and references to butterflies and flying insects. But yeah, so I think I did hear the title phrase or title word, maybe I'm wrong. I do enjoy also the two styles of singing here from Elizabeth Fraser. First, there's what I would regard as a more typical style from her, where it's like this cycling, syllabic, and like flowing type of delivery. But there was also a more operatic style delivery that she did in this, which was particularly elegant and really struck me when it first came in. So yeah, again, there's this very rapid, like syllabic type delivery she does, which is still very elegant, it's still very beautiful and serene sounding. but it was mixed with a type of delivery I don't think I've heard her do all that much, which again was like this heightened, almost operatic type of delivery, though still very ethereal. So I enjoyed the layered vocals from Elizabeth, and especially that one style, which again, it feels like a bit more rare. And yeah, again, it's just a tune where if you've heard Cocteau Twins, and certainly if you've heard Cocteau Twins outside of Garlands, where a lot of the material on that album was really heavy and dark, and even though we've heard a bit of that on some other releases, a lot of the other material I've heard from them outside of that has this light, dreamy, ethereal, like other dimensional type of feel to it. So again, if you heard 5 seconds of this tune, and if you know any reasonable amount of Cocteau Twins songs outside of this, I think you'd recognize instantaneously, like, oh, this is another Cocteau Twins track, even before you hear Elizabeth's vocals. So, yeah, a shorter one, I want to say like 3 minutes. In fact, not even quite that, a little bit over 240. So, yeah, a shorter one, but very atmospheric for that duration. And again, it stood out maybe more than some others, if only for that heightened operatic style delivery from Miss Fraser. So, again, another cool tune from these guys. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.